Hello guys, this is Ranger Gamer 06. How's everyone doing today? And before I begin my today's video, subscribe to my channel if you are new. If you're just stopping by, subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends and family about me if they are into the kind of stuff that I do. Hit that like button, give it a thumbs up. And I have to apologize. In my last video, yesterday's video, I did a Jaws review, and it's funny because I failed to mention something. That I had put a link in the description box in that video, again, which was yesterday's. It was BigBadToyStore.com, and it was the Jaws merchandise. Because I thought, if you're a big Jaws fan, I went and put a link down so y'all can check out the Jaws merchandise on that website. But it's on that description box. I just failed to mention it in my yesterday's video, and I do apologize that, but it's there. So go watch that video. Check out the link down in the description box below. It's got a lot of cool stuff. If you're a Jaws fan, you have to check it out. It's got a lot of cool merchandise. It's really cool, like T-shirts, toys, like magnets. I think statues or something. So check it out if you haven't already. And also, I want to talk about PlayStation State Play, whatever. I found a few cool games that's coming out that I'm excited for. I'll put a link down in the description box. I think there's more, but there's 4 games. One is called Devil Inside Me. Looks very interesting. I just saw the trailer for it. It showed off some gameplay, but I put a link down on the description box. It's coming out. Now, these games are coming out PS4 and PS5. I think they're all coming out next year. And then another Five Nights at Freddy's game called Security Breach looks amazing. It's a first-person view game. You're this little kid, I think, and you get trapped inside the pizza place. It's closed, and apparently you have been forgot. So now you're trapped with a flashlight, and you have to survive. What's interesting is one of the cool mechanics and it's in the trailer. You'll see it down in the description box below. Again, I'll put the link down so y'all can check it out for yourselves. Uh, Freddy Fazbear helps you out. Like, for example, what it is, you can get inside his suit and kind of like disguise as him to bypass other animatronics that's trying to kill you. But the thing is, though, you can only do it for so long, and then I don't think it malfunctioned. I think it like kind of it died and it like recharged or something. So my only slight disappointment, and don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the game and I will play it. My only disappointment that some of the animatronics look too happy. Like the Gator dude, they got action figures. I think I've seen them at Walmart all the time, but some of them don't look scary to me. Uh, Now the Chica character looks terrifying. She's got like wires hanging out. She's like half like all messed up looking. That's scary. Again, the game looks good. The gameplay looks good. You know me, I love survival horror games. So I'm still gonna play, but I just wish some of the animatronic looks more scary. For example, the older game, especially part 3, I think they look terrifying. But hope the game be good. Again, that's coming out PS4 and PS5. I believe it's no, that's coming out this year. It's coming out December 6th or the 21st. I can't remember, but I'm excited for it. And then we got another Square Enix Star Ocean game called the Divine Force, and it's by Triart or Tri-Ace. I can't remember the name of the company now, because the last Star Ocean game didn't do so well. It was decent. I do own it, but I didn't really play it. It's been sitting on my shelf for like 2 years. I've been meaning to play it, but I've been busy with other games and stuff. So I'll give it a shot one of these days. Even though I heard that wasn't good, but I still want to play it. But yeah, so this game looks really good. It focuses on more of exploration. You get a jetpack, and what's cool is that you got two protagonists to choose from, just like Star Ocean Second Story for the PS1 or Second Evolution if you have it on the PSP like I do. So that's very exciting. Now, I don't know when it takes place in the timeline. It didn't really say. Uh, but the gameplay, it's a third person, action, of course. It looks decent. So we'll see. Once again, that's coming out for the PS4 and PS5 next year. So we'll see if it's good or not. So, and then you've got Deathverse, which I guess is like a multiplayer game. It kind of reminds me of Dead by Daylight. I think I'm saying that right. So again, all these games I'm talking about, description box, check it out, and let me know what you guys think about it. All right, guys. So let's go with this review. Today, I'm going to review one of my favorite. It's sort of a zombie movie. I guess you could say it's one of my favorite outbreak movies, and that is 28 Days Later. This is a widescreen special edition. It's directed by Danny Boyle. He did Transpotting. Uh, it takes place in London. Basically, London gets attacked by this virus called the Rage virus, and it makes you crazy. Your eyes gets all red. It's freaky looking. Here's the back of it. It is rated R. Strong language, gore, strong violence, and nudity. It's, this includes three killer alternate endings that will haunt you for days, plus a host of shocking extras. Visionary and scary by Rolling Stone, hailed as the most frightening film since The Exorcist, acclaimed Danny Boyle's groundbreaking take on zombie horror isn't just scary, it's absolutely terrifying. Bonus feature, you got audio commentary by director Danny Boyle and writer Alex Garland. Three alternate endings, deleted scenes with optional commentary, pure rage, the making of 20 Days Later, uh, Jackknife Lee music video. You got animated storyboards, still photo galleries, and trailers. Let's see here. Here's the disc, and it says day one, exposure, day three, infection, day eight, epidemic, day 15, evacuation, day 20, devastation. So, yeah. So, like the title, it's 20 days later. By then, London is overrun. They hope red UK or whatever. And the backup, you have your scene selection. Now, you have the main protagonist named Jim, played by Cillian Murphy. If you don't know who he is, he played in the Batman trilogy as the Scarecrow slash Dr. Crane. And he was also in Quiet Place Part 2. And you got uh, Naomi Harris and oh, what's his name? His last name's Gleason. Brandon Gleason. He's in this as well. He played in, if I'm not mistaken, I think he played in. Did he play in? He played in Cold Mountain. He played in the Harry Potter movies. Uh, I wonder if he played in Lake Placid. I think he played in Lake Placid. Let me see. Uh, yeah, 1999. Yeah. So Yeah, basically, the main protagonist wakes up. He gets in a coma. He's like a bicycler. I think he's delivery guy. I forgot what his job was. He gets hit by a car or something. He gets to a coma, and he wakes up 20 days later, and everything's in ruins. That's kind of a cop. Like, that's kind of what Robert Kirkman did with The Walking Dead. You know, Rick Grimes, how he wakes up and everything is all different. They got from this movie, by the way. So yeah, great movie. Now I never seen this in theaters. By the way, this came out 2003. I ain't never seen it in theaters. For some odd reason, I didn't really hear about it. I remember because I was still in high school, by the way. I remember my brother talking about it, and I thought that looks really good. And I think we rented it or we bought it from one of my friends, and we sat down in our living room or my room, I can't remember, and we watched it, and it terrified me. It was scary. Yeah, I loved it. Great acting in this movie. Uh, it's a must watch if you like outbreak films. So I mean, like I said, I would consider it a zombie because they're not dead. Like it doesn't kill you. It just makes you crazy. It's what it is. And I'm getting ahead of myself. The way it started was uh, the way the movie starts out. You have these animal activists, whatever, because there's this laboratory in London. They're doing an experiment on chimpanzees, and these activists, they break in and try to free these monkeys, and one of the scientists spots them. He's like, "Don't free them." And they're like, "Why?" And he goes, "He's infected with the rage virus." Now, of course, these people don't know what it is, so not surprising. They release the monkey, the chimpanzee, and chimpanzee starts attacking, killing everyone, and the virus spreads, and that's how it starts out. So, yeah, very good movie. Uh, and then I believe 2007, we get a sequel 28 weeks later. This is widescreen. It says, when days turns to weeks, the horror returns. Even better than the original. Here's the spine and the back. Now this I did see in theaters because I remember I went to watch a movie. I forgot what it was, and they have a TV. It's still there, but I never see it on anymore. But there's a TV up there while you're waiting in line, and it shows trailers. And I saw a trailer of this one, and I got excited. I'm like, I gotta watch it. It says frightening and thrilling, ferociously entertaining. Uh, it says the terror and devastation unleashed, and 20 days later picks up 6 months after the rage virus has decimated London in this heart-stopping horror sequel that surpassed the original. From Dallas Morning News. With order restored and the war against the infection won, the U.S. Army steps in to help reparate mainland Britain. But one of the returned refugees carries a terrible secret that threatens to reignite the deadly explosion of bloodlust, carnage, and chaos. With riveting DVD extras and intense footage not seen in theaters, 28 weeks later rackets up the thrills. Hold on for a hell of a ride, Rolling Stone. Special features, commentary by director, co-writer Juan Carlos, and producer, co-writer Enrique Lopez. Deleted scenes with optional commentary by Juan Carlos and Enrique. Code Red, The Making of 28 Weeks Later featurette, The Infected featurette, Getting into the Action featurette, 20 days later, The Aftermath, Stage 1 development, animated graphic novel, which I have, and then 20 days later, The Aftermath, Stage 3, Decimation, the animated graphic novel, and of course, trailer. And of course, it's rated R for strong violence and gore, language, and some sexuality slash nudity. So, here's the inside of it. So here are your characters. See selection. So yeah, like it says, it's 6 months later. Uh, one of the characters comes back because if you know that the two different color eyes, there's a boy who is he gets bit, but he doesn't turn. So he's like a carrier. Uh, I think his mom's the same way. The father, kind of leaves his wife behind during, I guess the events of the first movie. Now, fast forward, like I said, the U.S. Army's clearing up, and then one of the refugees, of course, uh, his wife is a carrier, and then he kisses her. Then now he's infected, and so that's how the whole thing began. So like his two kids and a U.S. Army. Uh, it's Robert Carlyle. He played as Don. He's a father. Now he played as a James Bond villain. The World's Not Enough. In case you guys didn't know that. Uh, you got Royce Byrne as Scarlet. I believe she's the wife. Yeah. Jeremy Renner. If you remember him as Hawkeye in the Adventure movies, he's a U.S. Army. He played as Doyle. You got Harold Perrineau as Flynn. He played in The Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions. Catherine McCormack as Alice. You got, forgive me, I can't remember her name. Imogen Poots as Tammy. She's the daughter. Idris Elba as Stone. I forgot he was playing in this. Amanda Walker, Garfield Morgan. But yeah, out of the two movies, I like this a little bit better. I feel like it has more action. Don't get me wrong, I love the original. It's really good. Great actor, don't get me wrong. But I feel like this is more tense. I don't know what is about it. Maybe because I saw it in theaters, I don't know. But yeah, so once again, the fire spreads, you know the deal. They gotta deal with it. And the way it ends, uh, maybe a spoiler if you haven't watched the movie, but they escape, the kids, but then it shows the Eiffel Tower, Paris, and you see the infected running. So now France is affected, but we're not getting a sequel. Like I said, this came out '07, so it's been a while. Uh, there's been rumors. I remember years ago that it was going to be called 28 Months Later. So, um, yeah, there's been rumors that they're making a sequel. I hope they do because I would definitely watch. Right here it says on January. I read this real fast. This Fox Atomic stated in June 2007 that they would consider producing a third film if DVD sales of the film did well. In July 2007, while promoting Sunshine, Boyle said he had a possible story for the next film. There's an idea, uh, this is his quote, there's an idea for the next one, something which would move the story on. I got to think about it, whether it's right or not. In October 2010, when Alex Garland was asked what was happening with 28 months later, he declared, I'll answer that completely honestly. When we made 2 days later, the rights were frozen between a group of people who are no longer talking to each other. And so the film is never going to happen unless those people start talking to each other again. There is no script as far as I'm aware. In January 2011, Danny Boyle said, there's a good idea for it, and once I got my stage production of Frankenstein open, I'll begin to think about it a bit more. On April 13, 2013, Boyle stated, it's 40 out 60 whether a sequel happens or not, but we did have an idea of where to set it and what it might be about. When asked to share the idea, Boyle laughed and said no because they'll end up in The Walking Dead. On January 14th, 2015, Garland stated, "We've just started talking about seriously. We've got an idea. Danny Boyle and producer Andrew McDonald and I have been having a quite serious conversations about, so it is a possibility. It's complicated. There's a whole bunch of reasons why it's complicated, which are boring, so I won't go into, but there's a possibility." Also adding, it's more likely to be 28 months than 28 years. 28 months gives you one more place to go, hinting at the possibility of a fourth film as well. In June 2019, Boyle confirmed that he and Garth had recently met to discuss and begin preparation on a third film. In March 2020, Imogen Poots expressed interest in reprising her role. In May 2021, Cillian Murphy expressed interest in potentially reprising his role. So there is a chance of a third sequel, third movie. So I hope that happens because I love these movies. They're really great movies. If you love scary outbreak movies, look no further. These will chill you to the bone. Great movies. And of course, there's other comics. I haven't read it. I think it's similar, just called 20 Days Later. It bridges the gap between the movies. So I do want to read those whenever I get a chance. I think it only ran for like 24 issues. And it's got Selena, who was played by Naomi Harris in the first film. She's the main protagonist in the comics. So I would love to read those comics if I can. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Again, this is the Rated Gamer Help 6. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to try to do my Twitter thing so I can put my Twitter thing so y'all can follow me on Twitter. I will try to start that. I know I've been slow at it and I do apologize. Again, the Jaws video, if you're a huge fan of Jaws, check out the link that I put in that description box. You will like it. And again, check out the games that are coming out. Again, it's in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And have a great week. The weekend is upon us, so yay. Have fun, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.